Hello and welcome, Snake here. I'm back thanks to Tier Maker. I'm gonna make another tier list. Today I picked the Chaos Dwarfs. From the start I wanna explain why my ranking might be a little bit different than others. First of all, I'm a disabled person. I live with neurological disease that causes me suffer endless pain, which affect my gaming time greatly. And also, I'm sometimes on my meds and they affect my brain, so my gaming is definitely affected by that. That's why I cannot drive a car or even a stupid bicycle, but nevertheless, that's the reason sometimes I play different and I evaluate these units based on my experience, so it might be a little bit off. Right? We all sorted. Let's go. Of course, you can support me by subscribing, but I'm leaving it up to you. It doesn't cost anything, but definitely can help. So, Chaos Dwarfs. Chaos Dwarfs, our unit roster is split between Hobgoblins that you can have without limit, and Chaos Dwarfs plus Demons that are limited to Hellforge, where you need to increase capacity, otherwise you're not able to recruit them. You have a limit. And these limits are split between the groups. Some of them are, like, I don't get it. Why Hell Cannon is split with War Machines. I don't get it. If you split it like that, I think the War Machines should have the War Machines that are just like melee or train alike, and the cannon alike. The shooting and the close combat. They should be split within that. But that means also Hell Cannon would go into it, so I have no idea, but... And it's the capacity, based on the capacity you unlocked, you unlock traits that you can pay for with armament to make them even better. So, like Bull Centaurs, you can give them Blood Greed, you can give them, really good stuff like Barrier, plus heal, which is just, amazing in general. So every unit has that. And with this, you increase their capacity by a lot, like regeneration for flying monsters. Amazing. Stock for missile units. There is so many good things. Extra reload plus magic attacks might be for range units the best possible outcome you can get. So yeah, based on that, some units will be, easily available, and that increase their value a little bit here and there. Because, let's face it, units that you can recruit without limit definitely are useful. Unless we talk about Goblin Labor. Absolute trash. Never recruit them. Orcs Labor are the same category. Free, almost free. They're not free, but they're easily accessible, always accessible. You don't need any building, tier 0 unit, and they are teeny tiny better than the goblins. So from these two, I would say the goblins are absolute crap, while the orcs are a fraction of a power better, and that makes them more valuable. Because orcs have armor piercing and goblins not so much. So definitely orcs will do better in general. Okay, let's go for the hobgoblins, and the first one is the hobgoblin cutthroats. Tier 1 unit, you need a barracks, the goblin barracks, because it's also determined. So hobgoblin, okay unit. I have nothing to add. It's a shielded okay unit that is doing fine. Yeah. Sneaky Gits are the melee infantry with 2 missile attacks, and they have permanent stock. Of course, if they're discovered because you get close, then it's broken. But yeah, they have stock. They're stocking unit, and that makes them very valuable. But I still think they're just okay. Look, they're not as good with dishing out be taking damage, because they don't have a shield. They have lower melee attack. Weapon strength and melee attack is the same. They have bonus versus infantry. So you definitely will benefit from like getting behind and backstabbing. Missile attack is it's okay versus something that can chase you, but I don't think it's like super important. And I don't value them that much, but when I make a hobgoblin army, I include sneaky gits like 3, 2, 3, same as I do with nasty skulkers. I don't like to spam them, but having few of them definitely helps to get behind like artillery, to get behind the archers, kill the wizard, capture a point, stuff like that. They're really good at it. And that's where my value comes here. Chaos Dwarfs. Oh yeah. Chaos Dwarfs with shield. Okay. Chaos Dwarfs with great weapons deserves a buff. And I've been saying that for ages, but great weapons should have higher melee attack than just a shielded variant. I have no idea why it's like that, but it is. It pisses me off. Next are Infernal Guard. An Infernal Guard are really tanky unit. That makes the shielded variant very good. You definitely want to upgrade. But I feel great weapons still need a buff. I mean, that's here is definitely more accurate because they're way better than these guys. But I still don't recruit. I still do not recruit great weapons, and I still believe shielded variant. I mean, if I want to have a unit that dish out damage, I'm gonna pick a cavalry monster, not infantry. I want my infantry to be as tough as humanly possible, and that's where comes the Infernal Iron Sworn. Jesus, this unit is pretty much the Iron Breakers of Chaos. It's so tanky, it's ridiculous. Plus, it has the missile attack, like a grenade, that does a lot of damage. It's really powerful, and 100 entities will throw it. Yes, you will do a lot of damage. They have magic flaming attack. They are really tanky, but when you go against something vulnerable, against flame, oh god, they destroy vampire counts. They are just kryptonite, and I almost think they're above tier. They're like the god tier of infantry. And when I did the Dwarfs roster, there was no god tier added, but to be completely honest, Iron Breakers deserves a god tier, and I feel like the Iron Sworn, they are the toughest of the tough infantry in entire game. Dwarfish top tier unit infantry is the toughest in entire game. No one else can take that much as these two units, Iron Breakers and Infernal Iron Sword. That's why they deserve a god tier. And I'm maybe biased because I love dwarves in general, but come on, have you ever tried to fight on Legendary with them? I mean, let's say it different. Have you ever tried break them? Because I tried many times, and breaking them is borderline impossible. So yeah. They deserve to be here, and Iron Breaker. Okay, range units, Hobgoblin, Archers. Very good unit. 1 turn recruit, globally 1 turn recruit when you have Gordas. In Gordas Backstabber, they're even better, so it's just, when they die, easily replaceable. Just great in general. When I saw Chaos Dwarfs, I was like, yeah, okay. Then I saw Blunder Bosses, and I was like, this unit is insane. It's insane. The power creep here is beyond the scale. They delete single entities, they delete crowd. As for the infantry, at tier 2 infantry, they obliterate things. And I know range is only 90, but you can you can give them stock. You can give them magic attack. It's just and also they can have suppressive fire. So whenever you shoot them, start shooting something, they will slow down whatever is on approach. Come on, that's just, it's so powerful. And here comes the disappointment, because as blunderbosses are, as powerful as they are, when you compare that to Infernal Guard Fireblaze, they're not that good. They are okay. They're very good. Very good at the best. I don't think they are amazing. Not at all. they're a very good unit. But compared to blunderbusses, they're just doing their job. And here's what I just don't get it. And now time for cavalry. Hobgoblin, Jesus, what's their name? Hobgoblin cavalry is just, oh, Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders. And I'm gonna tell you one thing from greenskins and Chaos Dwarfs in general. Any greenskin Wolf Rider sucks ass so hard. I hate them. But they cannot be here because they're not as bad as this. So they deserve to be buffed. And I would say these as well. And I know I could say, hey, the archers are not as bad as you think. And you're right. But I found them inaccurate often when they run and they shoot. For some reason, they're missing a lot. They're not dishing the amount of damage you want to, and despite having 92 speed, they're often getting caught for some reason. It's like sometimes when you try to run away, it takes longer to turn and start running, and they get caught. And I maybe it's my reflex after meds, because I'm taking heavy meds. I don't know, but I've been playing a lot of cavalry in this game, and they definitely underperform in my eyes. And now, of course, Bull Center renders with dual axes, shields, and great weapons. And I'm like, these units in general are just god tier in everything. Bull Center renders depends on the Lord. But outside of that, let's not be specific to a Lord. They're amazing. They're just so fucking good. They are amazing in what they're doing. And when you put them to Astragoth army and you add the armaments buffs, these guys are unkillable. And in the Astragoth army with all the buffs, these guys deserves to be here. You cannot fail with them. They will kill literally everything and nothing will kill them. If you lose these units while having buffs and Astragoth, that means you're doing something wrong. It's not them, it's you. But outside of Astragoth and all the buffs, they're performing incredibly. And these two units, without the buffs, without specific lore traits, nothing, they're the fucking god tier. So, yeah, Astragoth needs to be, and buffs need them to unlock a god tier. But outside of that, they are just so great. And now Flying Monster. The Great Taurus. I would say it's okay flying unit. It's okay. It does damage. It's tier 2. What do you expect? It's nice because you can get melee damage reflection and physical resistance while you stay in combat for some time. I'll show you. Physical resistance is up to 10% and melee damage reflection up to 25%. Decent. Missile resistance, yeah, all good. Siege attacker. That is important. It's a siege attacker that definitely is okay to have early on. And next up is the Lamassu. And Lamassu has the crazy ability that adds silent and negates magic weapons, magic attacks in general, and makes them physical. Plus, they have the bound spell, the Withering, and the Enfeebling Foe, which makes them just so good. Missile resistance 15 and spell resistance 25. It's general very good unit. And that aura that they get, oops, they're here. Yeah. The aura that they get, you can use it in tactical way because you can silence wizards. And it's crazy good. The best part is you don't have to be in melee. You need to be in range. And it's a flying unit. So you can fly over some units that can cast spells and just turn them off. That's amazing trait. I've been abusing this ability greatly. Like, I've been fighting against wood elves. I caught Ariel and I've been flying around her. Oh, she was useless entire time when I fought against wood elves. Ariel could do nothing. Of course, I had to protect him, the Lamassu, but I often tend to have one of that supports because most of the lords can fly, but I have one Lamassu chasing my lord. Of course, Lamassu can be a mount as well. And once the Lamassu is a mount, then obviously it loses its value. Yeah, so you can have the Lamassu. And the Lamassu, oh, it doesn't have the aura? Ooh, okay. Oh, it does. Okay, so yeah, once you have Lamassu mount, It's it negates the aura. It has the aura, so you don't have to. But I often like to put my Lord on Bale Taurus because of the abilities, and Lamasu is a support. Simply is that I have a pretty much a guardian for my lords, and I know I could put it on Lamasu, but in general it's really good. Of course, if you go for the Lamasu mount, it drops down a little bit. But outside of that, it's just really, really good. Like, in my Bull Center army with Astrogoth, I've been using one Lamasu just to fuck up all the, unpleasant things you can get. And, oh man, it's really, really good. I know people won't agree with me, but definitely, it's really good. Whoops. Okay. The Great Beltaurus is the next one, and the Great Beltaurus is a tier 4 unit. It has the same ability to reflect in physical, but also it has the Flaming Breath that you can do. Not as, not really powerful. It's good versus blobs. It's like Dragon's Breath. It's definitely better than Beltaurus, so it deserves to be higher. But the value of Lamasu Aura beats everything. And Kadai Fireborn is the next one. It's a demonic-like monstrous infantry on tier 3. It's incredibly good versus infantry. It has the blazing body ability that's same as the Taurus's, so it has physical resistance and reflection. They are unbreakable, but they like to crumble, shatter, whatever you call them. And I hate that, because I hate units that degrade over time. When it comes to primarily Lord you want to have is Drazo of the Ashen, because he definitely buffs them. Like, adds the weapon strength. You get the increased capacity of Kadai units cheaper, weapon strength, and physical resistance 15%. They have base 10%. You get another in combat 10, and it's another 15 from ability. That makes them really fucking good. What else? He reduced the upkeep, so yeah, in general it's really good. But the armaments upgrade give you devastating flanker, barrier. You get missile resistance, which is really needed. Kadai Fireborn dies to missile too easily. They have Forge Fire ability, which is, come on, armor, and a missile block chance. But you're not gonna add everything, right? So armaments cost is quite painful, at least at this time. And they die too easily. They're really, really vulnerable, and I hate that about them. With all the buffs, they're still really squishy, and you need to watch out, because they're the large unit, and they can get fucked hard. They have less than 8,000 life on 16 entities. It's not as bad as I think, but definitely there is something off about them. Like, they're a great unit, and I would say in Drazo of the Ashen, they're the very good unit. Outside of that, they're okay. I think they are just okay. And that really hurts me, because I want to value them higher. But I've been trying them so many times, and you really need to keep an eye on them all the time. Otherwise, if you have like 1-2 off in your army and you send them to combat, they crumble so fast. I never understand why so fast. So they die. And I send them against infantry, and they still get the beat out the shit. So I'm disappointed with them. But the biggest disappointment I have is definitely the Kadai Destroyer. A tier 5 unit that costs a lot of money. It has some of the abilities. I mean, abilities that anyone else had before, like the block missile, melee damage, reflection, and physical. Plus the abilities I've been saying from Armanet. But I feel it's the biggest disappointment of entire Chaos Dwarf roster. It's supposed to be great. Monster, but it's not. When it gets surrounded, it takes excessive amount of damage. It doesn't do well with blobs. I guess it's better to hunt lords, but it doesn't have any, crazy abilities to stay alive. 10,000 life, 15% missile resistance, 38 melee defense, which is low. It's really low compared to many other monsters. And I think he needs to be I mean, it's fun to use it, but when it dies, you feel like, ugh. And despite, oh my god, the Kadai units are such a disappointment. I wanted them to be better, but they're not. And that's my biggest problem. And I'm probably gonna get slapped by this because yeah, Kadai meant to be good and people definitely they're a fun favorite. But I mean, what blunderbusses or bull center renders can do, Kadai cannot. Kadai cannot dish crazy amount of damage in short amount of time. And this is a mystery for me. Nevertheless, artillery. Okay, so I value bolt throwers really low because they're inaccurate, they're terrible at so many things. But within a limited roster that Chaos Dwarfs have, and they share a lot of capacity, it's frustrating to get it. Bolt thrower. Oh my god, it's very good. Very good unit. It's 8 units, 8 bolt throwers within a unit. It's easily accessible because hobgoblins. It's incredibly good versus large. So when you pin down large unit, the bolt thrower will destroy it. Of course, it sucks versus crowd, but that's where you get blunderbusses or even hobgoblin archers. They will deal with it. And to sniping things, hobgoblin bolt thrower is very good. I would say borderline amazing because the easily accessible, nature compared to any other unit. So, I'm sorry, forgive me, but it is as it is. Okay, so after the heresy I did with the bolt thrower, let's go for the next unit, and it's the magma cannon. Magma cannon, it's just regular cannon. It's the regular cannon, but a regular cannon that has vortex damage. And in general, it's really good. It's really good. Cannons in general are a really good unit. Magma cannon is very good. I don't think you need anything more from that, so yeah. Iron Demon, it's like a chariot-alike single entity that does insane collision damage. It has also range attack, like a frontal attack. God damn, it's surprisingly good. And when you recruit it with something else, the Iron Demon is a fucking monster. I love Iron Demon. I really do. It's really, really... It's really, really good, and I highly, highly recommend it. The problem here is the Skullcracker. Skullcracker is technically the same, but it doesn't have range attack. It has a wall breaker. It costs more. I mean, wall breaker is not that much important. I feel like it's a little bit bigger, and despite sharing the same stats, it just doesn't reach me. But I cannot say it's at least okay. It's nothing crazy. Iron Demon is by far better. And yeah, I just don't get it why it costs more. But it's fun in general. Hell Cannon, we all know Hell Cannon. The power of a Hell Cannon, incredibly powerful versus single entities. God, I hate Hell Cannon. Avoiding Hell Cannon missile because they're hovering, so yeah. Hell Cannon, oops. Sorry. Hell Cannon is a unit you definitely want to burn ammo before the battle starts. Otherwise, you're gonna take so much damage you really don't want. That makes it very, very good. And Deathshriek Cannon is a mystery for me, which is also, as a Hell Cannon is a tier 3 unit. It has a long range, same as Hell Cannon, I guess. But it has 2 attacks. It has the one attack that is just rocket, which is bonus versus large up 500, so it's powerful. And you have a Deathshriek rocket, which is pretty much, it shoots down and splits on multiple small rockets. It's like the Iron Man Jericho rocket that you shoot, and it splits on 8 other projectiles, and it has bonus versus infantry 25. I don't like it, because the Deathshriek rocket range is, according to unit card, because I don't remember using I remember using it, but I don't remember range. So it has the range 85, and the demolition rocket is 420. So the range is switching depends on the ammunition you use. And demolition rocket is very inaccurate, and I don't like it, because often you miss. The 500 bonus versus large often gets not used well enough. While this Deadstreak Rocket is fine. It's like the Skaven Regiment of Renown, where you just, split on, it's really good, but it shares the same capacity. Remember, it shares the same capacity with that Dreadquake Mortar. You understand, Dreadquake Mortar and Deadstreak Rocket. Like, yeah, nah. Absolutely no. So, it's disappointment at its best. So, I would say, and I'm gonna get fucked by that, but I would say okay is the best I can get. And the final unit. Oh god, the Skullcracker. There is a Dreadquake Mortar with Iron Demon and Skullcracker. So you have pretty much a train. You have a mortar attached to a train. A mortar that does damage beyond anything in the game. Because I think this is the most powerful damage artillery in an entire game. The power creep here is beyond the scale. And Dreadquake Mortar is just amazing. It's the same card picture, sorry. It's amazing. But it has speed 20. It's tier 5. It costs 500. Yeah, it's you need to watch out with it. But when you take it with Skull or Iron Demon, their speed is increased significantly. You can transport from different points of a map. You can run away from things. And the damage makes them god tier units. They cost a lot, but I would pay even double for the damage you can deal. It's like I said, like it does so much damage like nothing else in the game. It's disgustingly powerful and I love it. And the capacity is shared, so of course you do need to increase it. So anything below, you increase capacity and recruit artillery for the time being. That's why a bolt thrower is good, because you can have bolt thrower. You're not wasting capacity for anything than Dreadquake in later stages. And that's where the bolt thrower comes in with his usefulness and availability. Of course, Hell Cannon exists, but I'd rather have 2 bolt throwers and save capacity for Dreadquake Mortar. And that's the list. I hope I didn't offend anybody, and if I did, I'm sorry. That's the beauty of this game. We can have different opinions about things. But if you disagree, fuck you! Feel free to roast me in a comment. I've been there. Many people did that with my Lizardman, for instance. Oh my god, the Lizardman tier list. Woo! Yeah, I got flamed there like nowhere else. So feel free to do it. And if you liked what I did, please subscribe. If you agree, and if you have something to add, feel free to do it. Awesome if you watch it that long. You're a legend. Thank you very much. Have a great day or night. Till the next time, take care. And bye-bye.